down in Houston in this bitch. Shout out to all you niggas that wanna shine. Just know it's gonna cost you in this bitch. I'm gonna be real, it's gonna cost you more than a little bit, it's gonna cost you.
Donnie Houston.
Yeah, man, it's going down. This is Donnie Houston Podcast. I'm Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. I got two of my homeboys in here, man. We talking about black entrepreneurs today, man. You know what I'm saying? Sid and John, man, the locker room boys, man. What's going down?
What's the deal, man? What's up with you?
How you doing?
How y'all boys feeling, man?
Feeling good?
Man, good, man. Life good.
Yeah. Blessed.
That's all y'all got?
Man, I thought you was supposed to ask the questions and then we kind of just...
Nah, I will. I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Y'all boys just a couple of words in. That's cool. We can do that.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. What y'all boys been on, man?
Nothing, man. Working hard. At that bar every day. That's pretty much it. Late nights, early mornings.
Definitely there every day, but a lot of times it be by choice. Cause he always see me go home, I still be there.
Yeah.
What was y'all boys doing before the bar, though?
I was in the chemical plant. I worked as a boiler maker. I ain't like how they handle me, so I said I'm gonna save up as much money as possible and, you know, figure out what I want to do in life. As far as the bar goes, I ain't had no plans on that at all. It used to be called Crowbar before that, and I would be in there all the time. They called me Crowbar Sid. I'd be in there 4 or 5 times a week. So, man, the dude that owned it, he kept talking about he wanted to, you know, shut down, give up, because he wasn't, you know, making the money that he wanted to make. He asked me how I felt about it. I told him no. Told him no about 3 or 4 times.
He asked you how you felt about shutting it down or how you felt about taking it over?
Taking it over.
Why would he ask you that? Did you show interest in that or what?
Yeah, because I was in there all the time. I'm always spending money with him. He felt like I would be like a good candidate or I would be a good person to run a bar. And I was like, you know, I ain't never been in that type of industry before. I don't really know much about it. So I told him no about 3 or 4 times. And then I finally just decided to jump out there, you know.
Oh shit, John. So John, what you was doing?
I was still doing my own business, cleaning and organizing houses, apartments, and garages. And now I started mounting TVs as well. So, but even before he was at the chemical plant, me and him worked together. We were managers at Waste Management, putting them boys on the back of the trucks.
Yeah, that was...
What? Talk about it. I mean,
Man,
when you say putting them boys on the back of the trucks, I mean, what are we talking
man,
about?
we was dealing with like, I want to say 100 felons a day, like,
Yeah.
and we just had to. They have about 50 to 75 trucks, and people that we didn't, you know, that we couldn't get on trucks. We had them on standby. We stayed there with him, but we was dealing with some real stiff
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
What's some of the wildest
Bro.
shit you'll never forget from them times?
Man, man, we got into it.
I got
with
one
this.
for sure.
Where you going? Where you going with yours?
When I overslept.
Oh, no, I was going to the dude that was in the KKK. We had a white dude, right? He had just got out of jail. He passed the background test somehow. But anyway, dude was pissed off about his check. You know, we don't really have no control over that, you know. And he called my phone, threatening me, saying what he was gonna do, all this stuff like that. He talking all types of crazy shit. We got like a little barn thing outside of Waste Management. He came in, broke in, bust all the windows up. And I mean, you wasn't getting no money, like, or nothing like that, so I really didn't understand that. He made some real threats for a second, then he said he was coming back up there one day. And yeah, we had a bunch of different situations like that, and it wasn't even like from like racist people. It was the niggas that we deal with too. They was tripping all the time. It was always fights on the yard.
Niggas sit on the
getting
yard
hurt.
like it's
Yeah.
jail.
It's like a yard, like for real.
It's 6 in the morning, so they behind the trucks fighting. I can't even imagine myself being mad at somebody at 6 in the morning.
And then you got to go to work right after that, bruised up.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So
how long y'all stay? How long did you stay in there? And John, you said you worked in with that. You worked with that as well.
Yeah, he was
with
first.
him.
He was first.
And then he came. It was another time I had got the checks. And like I said, it's about 100-some workers. So I had got them the night before. But we went out, and I was supposed to go to work that next morning. But I overslept. So all these people hit my phone at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning to get their check. I'm asleep. The check sitting right there on the counter. The owner done called, the manager done called. But I'm knocked out. So when I get up and I see it, I'm like, shit, it's too late now. It's 8, 9 o'clock. I'm thinking they done went to work. Meanwhile, they at the yard staging a protest like, we not going out till we get our checks.
Man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the majority of them they did go out. Some of them still stayed. But man, I don't even remember why I didn't bring these people checks till about 5 in the afternoon. And everybody was cool, but it was a couple they was trying to fight.
Think about this. I'm here the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with these niggas the whole time, and this nigga don't come to later on in the evening. Like, bruh, I don't know, but John used to piss me off.
John was a bad worker.
Bro, he wasn't no bad worker. He just, man, his mind be in other places. Like, it's a female or something or whatever. He just,
I leave him at work and go chill with my girl.
man, yes. That
Oh
was another
man,
thing.
come on, man.
He used to go chill with his gal. I knew when the day was going rough. When he'd show up, he started showing up with and had her in the car while we was putting niggas on the yard. So,
Because it only take
John, wait a minute, bro.
It
How
only take like an hour to put the niggas on the yard. So as soon as we put
Like,
them
hey,
on the
baby,
yard,
just wait in the car.
yeah,
Yeah.
we out.
he gone for the whole day. But, man, we used to have fun on that job, though. Man, we'll be drunk in that motherfucker. Because we don't do nothing in between the times of putting them on the trucks and making sure that the routes is good, shit like that. Only time we'll do something is, besides doing payroll, we have to go out if somebody got hurt or they got tired or shit like
Yeah,
that.
call
But
the tap out and you got
for the most part, we was chilling.
and replace them with somebody.
So,
You said you ain't like the way they handle you. What was the last straw for you when you was like, all right, man, fuck this shit, I'm out.
oh shit. So, I caught some shit in their system. So what they were doing was, they were saying they were paying the workers hourly, and they were paying them, they were saying they were paying the workers a daily rate, but they weren't paying them a daily rate. They made it look like it was hourly. So then whatever they did for that day, everybody, where I caught it at was everybody had different amounts that they were getting per hour. So I asked my boss, man, I'm like, what's up with this? He couldn't really explain it too much. And then maybe about 3-4 days later after that, they transferred me. Yeah, they transferred me to like Conroe or some shit.
Yeah, 'cause you starting trouble on the
Yeah,
job.
I'm like, man, I'm not going out there.
But it's crazy how we caught it because, like, for example, let's say you get paid $75 a day and you work 2 days. Your check should be $150, but I'm seeing a check for like $149.37 or $150, $146, and I'm asking them like, well, where's this extra coming from? Because 75 is $150, so where's this extra? Where this less? And he couldn't explain it. So they shot him to Conroe, then they shot him to Memorial City Mall,
Mm-hmm.
just sitting by the desk, and I was like,
And then the lady over there, she fired me. I wasn't even there a couple of days. Really what it was, they didn't want to pay them niggas overtime.
Yeah.
So once I saw that, and then we was having issues ourselves, man, I just Googled a lawyer. Before I even got fired, I Googled a lawyer. I sent him all the stuff, and I told him what was going on, and he was like, man, this is a class action lawsuit. I was like, shit. I didn't know what I was stumbling on. You know what I'm saying? And they had been messing them dudes over for a long time. So
Department of Labor came by and everything.
yeah, that was after they fired me though.
Yeah.
They had got me up out of there. So I think it went on for about 3-4 years, and then they finally settled out. So that was pretty much. Besides that, and then the chemical plant, that was really on and off. Them was like my last couple joints. I was working for somebody, and I was like, I can't deal with that. So
Them boys came with the locker room, man. What was the name behind the locker room, man? What was the name
man,
behind
I'm
it?
not even gonna lie to you. I was high. I'm sitting at the house, and I had a weird name, and I was like 87 something, and I was finna go get the DBA for it. So man, I'm gonna roll with that. And then as I was driving, I'm listening to like the little Sports Center podcast thing or whatever, and LeBron was like, you know, whatever goes on in the locker room, we try to keep that inside. And I was like, the locker room, that's straight. And then I had another dude that was gonna be the manager at the time, and I told him about it. I was like, man, how you feel about the locker room? He was like, nah, man, ain't no women gonna wanna be in there. Women don't go to the locker room. It just sounds so sports-like. I mean, it's a sports bar, and I feel like we can twist it up to where, like, it'll be more women in here than dudes. Like, and we're getting to that point. Yeah, and we're getting to that point where, you know, women are in the locker room, like the real locker rooms for real. So, you know, all that diversity and stuff like that. So I roll with that, and it stuck. And you know, you DJing this, you see it's way more women than dudes.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, that was pretty much it, man.
Man, how'd you end up, you know, like getting people to come in? I mean, I know it existed before as a crowbar, but like you opened up as a new spot. You know what I'm saying? How did you end up like?
I actually didn't want to use no promoters or nothing like that. I felt like I knew a lot of people, and I wanted it to be like on some homegrown type thing. I didn't want to, I got a promoter for this day. If they leave, then I'm fucked. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also wanted the food to speak for it too. You know, so I tried to get with the best chefs as possible. And then as far as the only promoting that we did was food bloggers. So I had the food bloggers come by and they'll try the food, you know, take pictures and stuff like that. So that's what made people want to come in there more.
So that really was the
food.
focus, like the food.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up, man. What's been some of the learning curves, man? Some of the stuff you've been having to like figure out, like, damn, you know what I mean?
Well, it took me about a little over a year to finish everything and then jump out there. I didn't know.
When you say finish up, you talking about like just remodeling and just get it the way, to look the way you want?
Getting licenses, permits, stuff like that. I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just asked as much as possible. And I had a couple people help me out. I had some, you know, dudes that was at different clubs that I asked questions about. The person I asked a lot was my boy named Rara. He's done a lot of clubs, and you know, he owned a lot of stuff in Houston. So I got a lot of advice from him. But besides that, man, I was just, you know, trying to grind it out. Ended up being way more than what I thought it was gonna be. But
what was your expectations? Like, it was just gonna be just like a cool little spot, something like?
Man, I really had no idea what. I just knew, like, hey, it used to be Crowbar. I liked going to Crowbar. I want to have that same feel, but with a little better things. Like, oh, let's have a lot of TVs in here. Let's have better seating. Let's have food, you know, stuff like that. And it turned into something great. And I'm really out here. I'm having the time of my life, and my partners is with me, like, you know. So it's cool. You know, it's long days. Like I say, we drink a lot. But yeah, man, that was it.
And then got to going with a whole new look. What was the reason behind that, man? Because I mean, would have been a new spot. You had a look going, and you had only been open for like a year or so, and then now you just switching, going a whole nother route.
All right, so I switched it up.
Which it ain't bad. The shit live, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it's
just
super
like
live now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I switched it up because I started going to 13, James Harden spot. So I just went in there. I was like, man, it's a black person on this, and this shit is fancy as fuck. Like, he got his dining room area, his hookah room. He got a club downstairs, a bowling alley. Like, everything in here looked nice from the floor to the wall. Like, I was like, man, I want people, even though I know he's working with a lot more space than what I was, I want people to walk in there and be like, man, I didn't even think this was in here. Like, it's a nice ass spot. And another thing I noticed is that he put everything in there that he liked. Like, he liked going to the club, he liked bowling, he liked smoking hookah. So I'm like, okay, well, when I do my remodeling, I want to put stuff in here that I like. So I put the Kobe wall up, that was my favorite player. I put the Jay-Z wall up in the bathroom. All the football players I got up there, I either know personally, play Madden with, or something like that. And I just wanted to give it my own feel. So.
Yeah. John, man, how's it been for you, man?
Bathroom for the girls.
Yeah. What about for you, John, man? How's it been for you stepping into that role, you know what I mean, as general manager, man?
Man, when I first started really
Cause this nigga John be at that partying too.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
See I'm looking down. John be partying like a motherfucker.
John gonna party, man. I be in there like, damn nigga, John be in here.
Man, he be sniggling, grinning on girls' faces, all that. Bro.
John have a good time on the job, man.
Yeah, but he handle his business though. That's one thing I can say about
John. Everybody have a good time.
John be on his job for real, but he be drunk. He be drunk, he be sleep.
Man, when he first told me he needed some help, he had me man, I was washing dishes and running food. But I was like, shoot, this my brother, like, whatever he need, I was gonna help him out. So we did that for a while, and he wanted to take some days because we had another manager, and we was gonna alternate the days, and one do brunch in the morning, and one do the weekend. So we had a nice little schedule. So then when I started just helping them more and more, and it's cool, man. It's like, he can ask me for anything up there, and I'm gonna do it, regardless of what it is. And yeah, it's a job, but it don't feel like it, man. I feel like for the first time I'm working and doing something where I know I'm working, I know I'm making money, but it don't feel like a job. It just feel fun.
At least you be in them girl faces.
I mean, that's a good perk. That's a good perk.
All the young ladies coming up in there, he buying them drinks and stuff.
I want to make sure that the customer have a good time and they come back and they enjoy the experience.
I feel that. Yeah, man. Well, shit. Y'all got anything before we get up out of here?
What else what did we skip? We ain't skip now. Come to the locker room.
For sure. Address.
That's what I was going to say. 4702 Ennis. Donnie DJs on Wednesday. It'll be going up.
Yeah.
I got my boy shirt on too. My boy George.
Oh, George Young already.
Yeah. So support my boy too. Yeah, that's it for me.
Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 1. Friday is 5 to 2. Saturday and Sunday brunch 11 to 4. And then you got regular close at 2.
What y'all got on that brunch menu?
Man,
Chicken and waffles.
the brunch been going up crazy, bro.
Lamb chop special.
Yeah.
Croissant breakfast sandwich.
Fish
locker
and
room
grits,
breakfast bowl.
shrimp and grits. Yeah, so the brunch be getting, that's what's really been getting pushed real hard.
Yeah.
So them Saturday and Sunday mornings have been going up.
Oh, it's just both days, Saturdays
Yeah,
and
it's both
Sundays.
days.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Saturday,
so man, Saturday done started going up because people's having issues getting seats for Sunday, because Sunday be so crazy. So Saturday been going up. We got Debonair on Saturday now. Sunday, Sam I Am. You know, he be killing Sunday. But yeah, man, we be having some fun. We got hookah, mimosas.
But man, Yobi did good on brunch. He surprised me.
Yeah. We always usually have Yobi on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and then he filled in for Sam this Sunday, and he was pretty crazy. Shit, Saturday was pretty crazy too. Yeah, we be having some man, we be having some good nights. Like I say, the vibe is cool, it's chill. You can come in there, sit down, eat, smoke hookah.
Best hookah in the city. Seeing
Hookah for sure.
Shout out to Art.
Cheap drinks. You know, I try to keep the drinks same price. I done changed a lot of stuff up, but I still want people to come in there and feel comfortable.
Right.
And you know, you ain't got to spend no crazy amount to have fun. You know, I do drink specials Tuesday through Friday, and then like I said, on the weekend we do brunch. And that's pretty much it, G.
Man, got drink specials. My tab still be $100. How? I have no idea.
Yeah, because you buying everybody drinks. You buy the whole room drinks.
Yeah, John gonna come around the corner with some shots, you know what I'm saying?
Man, every time.
Yeah. But nah, man, y'all check out the locker room, man. Follow the locker room on social media. What is it?
Locker room HOU. Yep.
That's on what's
Instagram and
Twitter.
Yeah, so stop by there, check that brunch. I come through on Wednesday when I'm there, you know what I'm saying? Follow
Yes,
the boys'
sir, yes,
personal
sir.
IGs, you know what I mean?
I'm Big Bread said.
John Just L.
Already, that's what it is, man. It's the Donnie Houston podcast, man. Locker room boys, man. We out here.